Yo, what's up guys, it's Dustin. Super quick preface to the video. This video is literally just a mentee interview, so the whole point of this video is if you're interested in working with me in my mentorship, then you should watch this video. If not, then probably not a ton of value to you. There is some value in this video. Maheen is definitely an interesting guy. You guys know Maheen. I've referenced him in one or two of my videos before as just a student testimonial. He was making almost 50K a month. He's doing great now, even above that, which we're about to get into. But yeah, Maheen's definitely an interesting guy. I wasn't planning on doing an interview with him. Just because a lot of like the offers he runs, like a lot of that info needs to be kept private. He prefers it that way. But he's just like, he gets like 5 DMs a day of people like, yo, like, is it worth it to work with Dustin, whatever. So he actually said like he wanted to do one. So here's the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Again, you have questions or anything, feel free to ask in the comments, but enjoy. Yo, what's good guys? It's Dustin. Got another mentee interview. Very highly requested. I am here with Maheen. As you guys know, I've referenced him in a few videos before. Maheen is my top performing student, #1. So a lot of you guys have wanted to see a mentee interview. So here it is. What's good, Maheen?
What's good, man? How you doing?
Doing well, man. How are you? Why don't you tell everyone, just start by telling everyone like where you're from, I guess.
Yeah, of course. No, thank you, Dustin. At first I was like, hey, I'm getting a lot of messages from your videos, and I'm like, hey, Dustin, why don't we just make a video? Because I was getting like 3 or 4 a day from you guys saying, hey, if you're legit, how is Dustin? If I should do this or not. So I'm like, hey, why not? But now I'm Maheen. I'm from Calgary, Alberta. Very cold. Work with a lot of cars, but met Dustin about a year or 2 ago. Went through his program and made a fuck ton of money.
Yeah, so Maheen was showing me all the DMs that he's been getting from you guys. But yeah, just to be completely clear, yeah, I've known Maheen for like a year or 2 now. We kind of go back since we've both kind of been in a similar space. And then about 4 months ago, he joined the mentorship. So that's basically everything we're gonna be covering in this video. This is like a very mentorship based video. Obviously, there's gonna be tons of value too. We're gonna talk a little bit about like what niche he's working with since he's got a pretty good untapped niche. But yeah, lots of value. So let's jump right into it. All right, so Maheen, the question that everyone watching this video is going to want to know.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll start it off strong. How much money are you personally profiting per month right now?
We just cleared 55K, so almost on the $60,000 mark per month.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, great to hear, guys. As I said before, he is my top performing student as of now. No 100K a month students yet. Hopefully soon though. But yeah, almost 60K per month in personal profit, not creator revenue. And how many creators is that divided into? How many are you working with right now?
I'm working with 4.
4 creators. Okay, so bro, guys, I always tell you guys, like 4 creators, 60K per month. And 60K per month is a lot of fucking money. Like a lot of you guys that DM me and shit, you only want to make like 10K, 20K per month. Like you can achieve that with literally 1 creator. Like I always tell you guys, like literally 1 solid creator is all it takes. You guys do not have to run this up like an agency and have a dozen clients making you a couple grand per month. All you need is 1 really solid creator and you have a solid percent and you're running all their back end and you can easily make a full-time income from just 1 creator. All right, so I'm sure everyone's gonna wanna know what niche you're working with. So of those 4 creators, what niche are they in?
What niche are they in? They're in BizOp. But I love you, Dustin, but it's an untapped market for sure. That I want to keep just for me for now, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you don't have to say exactly what the niche is. I know you. It is I mean, to all fairness, guys. Like I've worked with a lot of BizOp niches, but like Maheen's hitting a pretty good one to where like most people aren't even really outreaching to these people. But I've told you guys a lot before. Like BizOp really is where you can make the most money from creators that are not super big. And to be completely honest, like Maheen is not working with creators that are super big, but because it's BizOp and because it's like a pretty solid niche where there's really no other growth operators hitting it, like it's a solid opportunity. But you guys need to drop the thinking that you need to be working with someone that has 1 million followers to make money, because it's just not the case at all. Especially with YouTube, like there's tons of YouTube creators, there's tons of people that they don't have a lot of followers or engagement, but they can still make a ton of money just because the lead quality is so much higher with YouTube. Yeah, we don't have to go into the exact niche.
No worries, man. Yeah, I think it's easier already working with people already selling something, because then they can just go and upsell their current customers.
Yeah, and that's what I made that whole video on too. Is like you can literally just take a pre-existing customer base, whether it's a low ticket or whatever it is, and you can just upsell into a high ticket, or vice versa. You can take people from a high ticket and you can downsell them into something low ticket. So in a lot of cases, it's guys, it's literally easier and you can make a lot more money from working with people that already have a customer base and already sell some type of info product. And real quick sidebar too, you actually met James like you said like a year ago or something like that. Can you just explain that super quick? Because I think it's absolutely insane that I just did like a mentee interview with James and you've actually met him in person. I haven't even met you in person yet.
Yeah, I know, that's crazy. Where were we? I was middle of running my dealership. I knew James before when we had our business court thing, but the kid was keeping tabs with me saying, hey, I'm in BC, I'm nearby, you should come and chat, say hello. But I don't know, I was just too busy with my thing. I never really paid attention or gave it time. But James stayed consistent, bro. One day at the dealership, I had four guys running around, buying and selling, and James comes in with, I forgot this Asian guy came in, but he looked pretty fresh. And he had a camera with him. And James was trying to set up this whole media thing, but the fact that he made that time to come see me no matter how busy I was, and then he was telling me how he's going to Bahrain in a couple months and doing all that, but then to see him with you in Dubai, Bahrain, and all that stuff, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It is.
That is actually like, guys, you guys need to understand like your face and your brand and your reputation is everything. Cause bro, it's a small fucking world. Like everyone knows each other. Everyone meets each other somehow. Like everyone knows someone. Like the fact that none of that is coordinated. I haven't even met Maheen yet. He's met James, who James just came to Dubai. I haven't even posted that video yet. But like, it's actually, it's just crazy, dude. It's crazy.
It's crazy. I could even show you the camera footage I had in my office shop of him just coming in and the presence. It was sick. Seeing you guys as the younger generation, you become skeptical, right? Of where I should put my money and whatnot. But the way you guys keep your reputation, I was constantly either vlogging, performing the same numbers, or staying consistent and meeting people. Good for you, James. That's a clap for you, James.
Good for James. Okay, so back on topic. So you're working with 4 creators now. Are you still actively running outreach? Are you still trying to bring on new creators? Are you just working with those ones? Where are you at with that?
No, man. Just sticking with what I have now. I'm honestly planning just scaling it higher with the people I have. Makes more sense and more luck with me. Like I said, I'm a bit more traditional in this sense. I have 4 solid sales guys in my dealership. Train them up to generate more numbers rather than reach out for new sales guys. And I feel like my investment towards those guys automatically increased in the next 2-3 months rather than finding that lucky guy. I'm not saying you're not wrong. You can definitely find another guy that will create that difference for you, but it's a very small percentage. Rather than finding the right guys, the proper foundation, and training them how you want them to be trained. Always upskill them.
Yeah, and guys, real quick too, something else that's crazy is Maheen literally runs a dealership while doing this business model. Like a lot of you guys, like there's a lot of people that are just lazy and they don't think that they can run it up because they don't have time or whatever. You're running 2 businesses simultaneously. Can you like say something about the dealership real quick?
Yeah, no worries. I mean, the lazy part, man, don't get me wrong. There's a day where you and I were both lazy too, right?
Yeah.
But then something lit our asses up on fire. But no, 2 years ago, I started the whole wholesaling thing. So I've always been in dealerships for almost 5 years in sales. And then it was about time I decided to leave and get my own license. So this will be 2 years of me running my dealership. Definitely struggled a couple months, but you learn through it. And then numbers are looking pretty decent for me. At the same time, I've always kept tabs with Dustin and I've always been happy with what Dustin was doing. So I called him time to time until to a point I was like, hey, I think I might be able to take on a more additional work based on the time I'm keeping for myself. But you have to keep in mind the structure I have at the dealership. If I haven't learned from the basics we learned through, I would have given 24 hours of my own time. But I was able to make sure that ran by itself somewhat. You still got to be there. But, they say you can judge a man based on the size of their problems. And I felt like my problems were too small at the dealership, so we start stacking up more, right?
Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, guys, some people are just you're either cut out for it or you're not. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. I was placed in the number 1 selling dealership with 10 other sales guys. If I didn't perform, I'm out of here. That was my one chance at that dealership because I wasn't ready to go be in the bottom feeder of the subprime cars. And those 10 guys taught me a lot. They all went to the gym. They were all God-fearing men. And the fact that it wasn't even about lying or hiding to get the sales done, because in cars, I can tell you right now, it's very easy to do that. but the way you stand up as an alpha. Not a lot of men have that nowadays, but when other people feel it, they'll buy anything from me.
Yeah, fire.
Yeah.
All right, I mean, last question. How would you rate my involvement? Because I get this question a lot of like, they think, because of how my offer is, where I give you a creator, a lot of people think like, I'm just going to give it to you and just leave it at that. So how would you rate like my involvement with everything after I've already given you a creator and it's time to actually run the creator up?
I remember the days where I was running in the cold and we would be in the car and I would be on the call with you, right? Because I didn't have time afterwards. And you would sacrifice those time to cut your other stuff early to give me that time. There's been many times late night at the dealership. I've been just done with work and I give you the text, hey, can we have our call now? And you make time for it. So I appreciate that, man. And I would say for the value you get, it's good. It's more than good.
Yeah, of course, bro. And guys, remember too, like when it comes to actually building out the phone, maybe you could say something about this, but when it comes to actually building out everything in the back end, like we do all of that on call. I'm not like leaving him in the dark, like trying to figure out softwares and shit on his own. Like we do everything together. We get it all set up. So he's 100% sure that everything is being done right before delivering it to the creator.
And trust me, I ask a fuck ton of questions. I'm not young like you guys where I have all the answers. I have to ask you 4 or 5 times till it wires in my head. So
Yeah.
I'm going to handle it, and you handled me well.
Good to hear. Happy to hear.
Yeah.
But anyhow, guys, yeah. So we'll cut the video there. Great fucking shit, Maheen. I hope to see Maheen at like 100K months soon. Just scaling really well. Like you're genuinely doing really well with everything. So, guys, all of you DMing Maheen, you know you can just DM me, right? Like it's great. It's great you have questions for Maheen, but you can just DM me as well. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about the mentorship or anything, feel free to leave a comment or just shoot me a DM. If you guys haven't already figured it out already, I literally just do one-on-one growth operating mentorship. It's pretty straightforward. It's not group calls. It's not a pre-recorded course. It's nothing like that. Literally, I will give you a creator that I close through my acquisition systems. We'll work together to scale that creator up. It's entirely one-on-one, hands-on, and that's just the way I like to run it. I like to run it more like a business partnership rather than like a student type of thing. So if you're interested and you have the time, because guys, it is like a serious thing you have to be dedicated to. It's not, even though Maheen is running a dealership at the same time, it's not like some random side hustle you can do a bunch of shit at once. Like you gotta have your head in the game. So if you're interested, application to my mentorship is in the description, where I'll literally just give you a creator and we'll run it up. Anyhow, solid interview. Anything you'd like to add, Maheen?
No, man, that's pretty good. Yeah, feel free. Like I said, now all the guys meshing over. I hope this is a good closure or entrance to what you're looking for. I have 2 sayings, and I've always told Dustin this: eat with the guys you starve with, and I'm not rich till my homies are rich. That's it.
Okay. All right, brother. All right,
All right,
awesome.
brother.
But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you, Maheen, for the interview, and see you guys in the next one.
All right, take care, boys.
Peace.